This is their modus operandi.
有很多学生，他们名义上拿学生证啊，可是他们来这边就半工半读了。
Who is facilitating this? Get Real was tipped off about Chinese girls who were on student passes moonlighting. We investigate to find out how widespread this phenomenon is.
I've noticed there's an increasing trend as far as 5 years back.
This book is called Uya, which stands for crows in English. Written about 10 years ago, it tells the story of Chinese students who were driven by vanity and money to work in the sex trade in Singapore. Now, the intricate details of how these PRC students were leading double lives to support the extravagant lifestyles drew much furor among the Chinese back then. There have been reports of China students in Singapore leading double lives. How true are they, and how easy is it for them to enter the country? The China student boom can be traced back to the mid-1990s when schools started going to China to scout for talent. By 2007, China students made up almost half of the 80,000 foreign students in Singapore. It is estimated that 1/3 of these Chinese students are in mainstream schools, 1/3 in polytechnics or local universities, and the rest in private schools. Get Real spoke to students from several private education organizations to find out if they know of foreign classmates moonlighting in the sex trade.
I heard of stories from my friends. I mean, they were like they came to Singapore to study, but then because some of them are influenced by friends, then you know their friends introduced them. They want to do things for money, etc. Then yeah, I think there's been kind of some cases like which I heard before.
I haven't heard it before.
我知道是新加坡法律不允许做这些事情，但是好像有学生做这些吧。是的吗？还是不认识？我是有听说过啦。
I can saw some when I go out with my friend. Just like that.
The number of foreigners coming in on students' passes has increased steadily from 2007. The application for the students' passes can be done either by the school or by the students themselves. In order to be admitted into Singapore, a student cannot have any criminal records or previous records of overstaying. These passes can take between 2 weeks to 2 months to process. The processing fee is $23 and students need to pay an additional 10% of their school fees as insurance. A student's pass holder is not allowed to moonlight. But Get Real understands that some of these Chinese students on students' passes are working part-time as sex workers. They are offering their services online. Local forum Sammy Boy has at least 15 threads on China students offering sexual services ranging from $54 to $93. Laksa Boy, another popular Singapore forum, has about 5 threads. FR or field reports of these Chinese students are also found on these threads to help customers make their choice. In the field reports, customers share vital statistics of the students and they rate the girls. Contact details are exchanged only via private messages so as to protect the identity of the girls. Girls who are slightly more aggressive in capturing their clientele reveal their numbers in advertisements on free ad hosting websites. We contacted some of these China girls to find out if they are indeed students.
喂，你好，请问是维娜吗？
是的。
你几岁啊
22岁。
22岁，你是学生吗？
我的证是学生证。
那你明天上不上课啊
？12点钟就下课。
12点钟你就下课啦？那好吧。那你明天你几点之后有空？4点是吗？
都有空啊，反正下午1点到晚上都空到一半。
OK。
Hello。
你叫什么名字？
佳丽。你
是学生吗？对，因为我比较喜欢学生。那你明天几点下课
？4点。
4点之后是吗？
Get Real made 15 phone calls. Out of the 15, 9 of the girls said they had classes or are students. Lily is one of the more popular students on the forum. Sammy Boy users commented on how Lily gave them a girlfriend feeling and was dubbed one of the best freelancers ever. Freelancer is a term given to part-time sex workers. We made a call to her.
喂，你好，你有空聊吗？
没有空聊天呢。
啊，因为我想问你，明晚有空吗？
哦，你是要约时间啦？
对呀，你是在这边是学生吗？
你是在哪里认识我的？
我在网上找到的，可是你的资料就不多，所以我想问问你。
我的资料全部都齐的嘞。那你要约几点的？如果你定下时间来的话，我就把时间给你；如果你不定下来，等别人约，我就没有时间给你。
哦，那你要我去哪一间呢？
好，巴西。
When Lily arrived, the production team was waiting to interview her. While she agreed to speak on condition of anonymity, her answers were cryptic.
你现在是学什么？学英文吗？
天天都上。
天天有上，但是我有时候就是会请假啊，这样子没有去。
翘课啦。
你是怎么样拿到那个签证的？是容易吗？
现在不容易，以前容易。以前有很多学生，他们名义上拿学生证啊，可是他们来这边就半工半读了，半工半读了。
After the break, how far would these student pass holders go?
We found out that this girlfriend is renting the whole HDB flat to run her prostitution business.
There are quite a few KTV lounges and budget hotels in the Lavender district, and Get Real found out that several of the China girls on student passes operate here. We spoke to an owner of a karaoke lounge or KTV in the Lavender district. Known only as Madam Tan, she reveals that 1 in 5 KTV hostesses working here is a China girl holding on to a student's pass. They can earn between $50 to $300 a night, depending on their looks.
你知道这些女孩子是谁把她们带进来的吗？
不是老板请的啦。不知道的啦，都是经理啊，还是包场的人呐、他们哪里懂？不是妈咪请，经理请，都老板是不知道的吧？老板是拿来开公司来投资，他哪里懂？有的他都不懂，以为很多老板懂，那些经理为了他们的利润，他们生存，他们有时也骗老板也不懂嘛。
他们不怕被抓到呢？有没有警察来？
In 2007, the Immigration and Checkpoints Authority, or ICA, reported that there were a total of 210 students who were caught abusing their student's pass. This is double the amount in 2005. When contacted, ICA said that less than 1% of those on students' passes were caught abusing their passes in the last 5 years. Those caught would be sent home and could face possible charges. Employers caught hiring students on students' passes will also be dealt with. James is a private investigator who specializes in matrimonial cases. He noticed the trend of Chinese students doubling as freelance sex workers 5 years ago. Out of every 20 cases, 3 would involve China sex workers or KTV hostesses here on a student's pass.
How do you know that these China girl prostitutes and KTV hostesses are actually students?
We throw them from their houses to the schools where they are attending classes. So prior to that, we already have evidence that they are in the sex trade.
Lily declined to tell us how long she has been in this trade, but threads on Sammy Boy Forum reveal that she has been selling her services for the last 8 months.
那你来新加坡自己一个人来啊？那你不觉得紧张吗？
因为新加坡，它怎么说是一个法治比较强的国家，所以说我不会觉得害怕。本身我就是一个胆子比较。 我想去做的东西，我就敢去做。
From what I know, most of them will not be using a genuine name while they are working in nightclubs, karaoke, massage parlors, etc. And they will also rotate among different KTVs and nightclubs to avoid being tracked. I wish to highlight some of them also market their services online in order to avoid being tracked by the authorities.
Have you come across any cases where these girls actually operate out of their own homes?
There's one particular case where her boyfriend actually engaged us to check on her girlfriend, who is a student pass holder. So he actually suspects something amiss. So this girlfriend actually ran a whole HDB flat to run her prostitution business.
James also told Get Real that these Chinese students would change their numbers frequently and only reveal necessary details online. They are also extremely cautious, often stipulating their preferred location and time.
你怎么样避免被抓到？避免被抓，你避免不了。你运气不好，这边你就在这里抓住，你就被抓了，也是你没有话讲嘛，对不对？
In the last year, lawyer Amalat Singh helped 5 Chinese students caught moonlighting appeal their cases. Amalat tells Get Real that these girls are constantly devising new ways to avoid detection.
These girls are quite smart, and very quickly, within the first few minutes, they will find out some very basic facts about the person. For instance, like his full name, the car he drives, what he does, that sort of thing. And then in case there's a raid, they then use this information to support the fact that, oh, this is my friend, because the officers will invariably ask them.
After the break, are the girls just doing whatever it takes to fund their education, or are there deeper reasons?
其实我来的时候我是有一点点被骗的。